Yeah, what is going on, everybody? We are back with another episode of From My Experience podcast. I gotta start with a spoiler alert. We do have a special guest, and before I get to that, they have fixed a technical issue that I've had for probably over 2 years. And I feel like a doof, but you know, I had a podcast episode a while back, and it was called "Shut Up and Listen." And see, that's what happens when you don't think you know everything and you humble yourself. You know, y'all been doing this for a long time, long time. You know, and this special guest, I told them about the issue I was having, and they said, "Hey, wait." And they gave me some troubleshooting tips. And you know what I did? I shut my mouth and I listened, and they fixed the issue. It wasn't even that deep. It wasn't even no restarts or nothing. It was just like, hey, click this and then click that. Fix the issue. I just like to reference stuff that I tell y'all because I'm not just saying it. These are things that I actually practice in my real life, and they serve you. So now the show has just been given another entire layer, and I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. Like y'all have no idea how much happier I am right now just knowing that is fixed. But I am not alone. I have the co-hostess with the mostest, Ericca. What's going on?
Hello. I probably consumed too much candy and coffee today, but we're moving.
To be young and eat whatever you want. Oh, I definitely had coffee and 3 Krispy Kreme donuts.
Were they warm or were they cold?
They're like room temperature.
Aww.
But so here's the thing, right? So I was prepared to be disappointed. For me, Krispy Kreme tastes weird the day after. And typically when you order like in bulk, I feel like they make them like the night before or something. But today they weren't like hot like good, but they were good. They didn't have the little aftertaste. It tastes like maybe they made it like 3 hours ago or something like that. So they melted in my mouth, and then that was for breakfast. And then you know you go in the break room because of the position I'm in. They be putting they put the extras in my break room. So I just saw 3 boxes. So you know how you do the test it. You know, you do the test when nobody's around. You push the box to see if it's heavy. I pushed the box and I said, "Oh, this is heavy. Oh, so is this one. Oh, so is this one." Another one didn't even make it back to the desk.
Whenever they put out that sticky note that says, "Please have one," I'm like, I will have all. Sorry.
Not all. But that's it. You just had a lot of coffee today and a lot of candy.
Yeah, so I made like a really big coffee, drove to work, and then as soon as I got to my desk, I said, I want another beverage. So I got a frozen coffee. And then I found in my purse that I had like 3 lollipops, and then I went downstairs and I bought a pack of Skittles. Yeah, I'm gonna crash soon. I know it.
I used to be as bad as you, but you know, the way my dentist has me set up to not lose my teeth, we've cut back. I cut back on candy. I'm more of a pastry guy now. I do like sweets, but I stay away from candy. Like it even starts to hurt my teeth. It's too much. And you know, like Skittles are banned in California because of like some of the chemicals or coloring or something like that.
It's the red dye then. Something about that red coloring, I think.
Let's just stop this conversation because that's a whole nother episode to talk about. We jot that down. We need to talk about like the food discrepancy and like how other countries had the same products, but they got like 4 ingredients, so we have 48. Yeah. All right. We hope y'all been taking care of yourselves physically, mentally, financially since the last episode. We love y'all. We hope you've been promoting positivity. We've been promoting positivity. You see how we're doing, right? Well, it's time to get down to it. Yes. We have a special, very special guest in the building who I think is doing something absolutely revolutionary, and it's a game changer. So, let me gotta clear my throat before I read off this list of accolades. When I was looking at that questionnaire, I was like, oh, superstar in the building. This young lady has pitched to Pharrell Williams and Bishop T.D. Jakes, saved over $26,000 through bartering, has won over $16,000 in grants and from pitch competitions. She was featured on Black Enterprise, Voyage Baltimore, all right? And Enthuse Foundation. She received the SBA Woman-Owned Business Certification, received the trademark for Barter Black, and filed the first patent. Hold on, filing patents. Where my applause at? Where's my... That's big. That's big. You doing something real big and serious. Trademarks and patents are serious. We'll talk about that another day. And she is the creator of Barter Black Day, which is celebrated on May 31st each and every year. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the founder and creator of Barter Black, Miss Nicole Murphy.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. Y'all are amazing. Already, I'm excited. And I like to eat, so we in good company.
Yeah. I don't even know if you can really call what we did eating. I just...
Yeah.
Was that even food? That's not food. I don't know.
It's snacking. You like a little snack. Get you through the day.
Nicole, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you today?
I am well. Thank you for putting yourself out there. I think I met you through Facebook. That was Facebook, right?
Yes, the Facebook group.
Yeah, so I've told people this before. If y'all aren't listening, y'all know I actually get most of my guests from Instagram, but I am in a lot of podcast groups. So if you are a podcaster, you need to get on. I know Facebook is older, I know, but one thing Facebook has over everybody else, they have really helpful groups. Like in the groups of podcasters have lots of people, and boom, you have a connection right here. She put herself out there. I'm always looking to interview people. So now when people put their stuff out there, go check their page and make sure, because sometimes they be spamming and stuff. So you got to make sure it's somebody you actually want to interview. Do your research. But when I saw what you were doing, I was like, oh, yeah, we got to have you on here. So let's start here. Tell everyone about Barter Black.
So Barter Black is a community and a platform of Black entrepreneurs who are looking to grow and scale their business. But we not only are connected in wanting to grow and scale our businesses, we use bartering strategies to do that. A lot of people have forgot about bartering.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
it's like an old age thing, but it's really not when you think of other cultures. Other cultures are doing it every day, and we are behind in that. So I think it's going to be an amazing platform for any Black entrepreneur who is looking to grow and scale their business, to build those networks and connect with other people.
You know, you're 1,000% correct, and I'm gonna quote, you love him or hate him, y'all, Charlamagne the Guy from the Breakfast Club, and one of his, I think he said it on the show or in his book, he was like, every opportunity isn't attached to a paycheck. And, you know, so many people forget about bartering. Like, they forget about an exchange of services. Hey, you're good at this, I'm good at that, let's combine that. Like, even one of my co-hosts, shout out to Jessica Fountain, I'm gonna have her on again. She runs a business, and she hopped on my podcast, and we weren't even looking to intentionally barter, but I taught her about podcasting and recording and hosting and all that kind of stuff. She's the reason I have Calendly. She's the reason I have the questionnaire set up the way I do. She's the reason I have automated stuff going on. I was doing that stuff manually. I would have an alarm go off on my phone saying, hey, you need to email Nicole and remind her with the links. And I was doing it automatically. She was like, no, go in your settings. There's workflows that'll do all this stuff for you. So like she really helped me. So it was an even exchange. We didn't have to pay each other. It's not a you owe me thing. And you're right. We are behind on that. Why do you think we got behind on that?
You said why do you think we got behind, or why are we behind?
Answer both of those questions.
I think we were already behind from birth. So like it just is what it is. When you look at Black owned businesses compared to any other cultural group, we just aren't set up that way. And I posed this question a couple of weeks ago, I think, on Facebook. Was business talked about in your household? Most of the people on my platform are Black people. So and most of them said no.
Hmm.
Business wasn't talked about at the dinner table in our house, in our home. So it's not something that's instilled in us when we're growing up that, oh, we can grow up and be an entrepreneur or a business owner. It's you go to college or you go in the army back when I was younger, or
Yeah.
you're going to get a good government job because I'm from DC. So
Yeah.
the good government job is where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
It was not talked about. So I think we're behind, one, because of that. Of course, there are barriers in funding, there's barriers in network and access and everything like that. But with Barter Black, I want it to be not that we don't need the funding and everything, but we're stronger together. If we came
Yes.
together and built these
Yes.
businesses together, then we can get a lot further than we are now. But it's the barriers are still there. We
Yeah.
just have to figure out how to get around them.
It's funny you say that because my dad didn't have a business per se, but I remember, gosh, you taking me way back because I was either 6, 7, or 8 years old remembering this. I know he used to sell incense, the Indian head
Yeah.
incense. Them joints smell good. Still. Purses, fanny packs, like, and I forgot
Yeah.
where he did it at, but I know he did that. But we never had a conversation about it. I mean, I knew he did on the side for money. I kind of realized it later in life, but he never talked to me about starting a business. And he did, he did exactly what you said. He left South Carolina, moved to Philadelphia, got a government job, and to my knowledge, I don't remember him ever venturing out and doing anything outside of having his job.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It goes back to, the way we grew up and the way they grew up. And it's just a cycle that I see a lot of Black entrepreneurs trying to break now. But it's not enough to say you have a Black owned business. Do you have a sustainable business that's going to last generations? That
Mm-hmm.
is the flex. Like, everybody has a Black owned business now. That
Hold
doesn't
up.
impress me anymore. Do you have employees? Like, is this business going to survive without you? Like, can you take a vacation for a week? All of those things. That's what I
Ooh.
want us to focus on.
Yeah, so many people in South Carolina anyway, start their $120 LLC, and you do your little
You can't
Facebook
tell them
group. You
nothing.
can't tell them nothing. You got a Facebook group, or not even an LLC, and yeah, and then you start. But when you can tell when you start having the conversation, when you start filing taxes, and we could talk about taxes and business expenses and write-offs and stuff like that. We getting into the nitty-gritty. Then you employees, who? I ain't there yet, but I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's you serious when you really bring other people along for a ride. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that
And
could be
that's what I want
whose
people to
car is
focus
that?
on.
Sorry, somebody car in the background super loud. Sorry about that. So typically I start with the interesting story. I do the interesting story later, but yours seems to lead into what got you to Barter Black a bit. Tell us that. So you went into entrepreneurship because you got fired.
Yeah, I was fired from my job.
Oh, you look. Oh, you still hurt? You? Oh, I'm sorry. We gotta stop laughing at each other's pain. Lord have mercy, forgive me. I can see the hurt on your face. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's very interesting, and I do believe that if it wasn't for that, I would not be here right now. Barter
Mm-hmm.
Black would not be here right now. So many things if it wasn't for that, but I still can't believe she fired me.
Oh, so
but
you still got beef?
It was the
but
audacity.
girl, girl.
No, it was personal. I feel like it was personal.
Look. But yeah, I was fired from my job and I went into entrepreneurship. I was mad, I felt some type of way, and I was like, I will never have another supervisor like that again.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a horrible. It was just a horrible experience. So I did what most people do when they jump out there, 50, 11 things. Like, my family, send a text message telling my family, now I'm selling t-shirts, I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
But I ended up doing having a short-term property management company in the DC area where we cleaned and managed Airbnb properties.
Ooh.
So I did that, and I mean, business was amazing.
I can imagine.
Booming, and then the pandemic hit.
Gone.
And like many of us, the pandemic hit. I mean, the appointments that were canceled overnight was just, it was devastating. So I felt the pain, and I saw how other Black entrepreneurs were feeling the pain too. We aren't set up correctly anyway. We definitely not set up to survive something like a pandemic.
No.
So that's when I came up with Barter Black. I was like, we have so many experiences, so much expertise, so much to offer. Why aren't we helping each other? Why aren't we scaling and building these businesses together? We can go a year or so without accounting, without legal, without the help that we need, when someone can come in and give that to you, and you can create a mutually beneficial arrangement or relationship, and you don't have to do all the things in your business. So that is how Barter Black came about.
Yep. Ericca, I'll give you the floor.
Oh, okay. I was just like, wow, like I like that. I was so caught off guard by you calling my name.
You want me to keep you want to tag yourself in?
Yeah. I'm
okay,
like, okay.
Tag yourself in. Don't forget to tag yourself in, okay? I'm gonna
Yes.
So wait, how you just tag me and then tag yourself? Wait, what happened? You're literally tagging
herself.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm old. I look young, I'm old. Go ahead. She tagged herself in. Help me, Father.
So, I just wanted to ask you, I know that definitely came from a lot of just thought process on that. And how did that go as that being a leap of faith for you, and knowing to like full throttle, just you want to do this, you want to have the community support this and pour into it?
Oh, it was, I am a risk taker. I have not had a full-time, I haven't had a W-2 since I was fired from my job. So I am like all in. And once the pandemic hit, things went awry with the short-term property management company, but business picked back up, but it wasn't the same.
Right.
At the time, I was focusing on Barter Black, and I was like, you know what? I believe in this so much. And then I was having a conversation with someone, and she said, your vision is bigger than your fear. And I said, that's it right there.
Ooh.
Send a message to my clients. I said, you have 3 months left with me, the ones that were left. And
I'll be down
with Barter Black.
I'll be down.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So I'm all in.
Wow.
I commend you. Going all in is, for those of you who don't know, who haven't done it, I did it. I was a real estate agent, realtor for over 4 years. When you got it, when you want 100% commission, and literally everything falls on you.
Yep.
Taxes. Excuse me. Tax. Oh, I can't even get it out. Taxes. Life hits very different, and you really find out what you're made of on a very deep personal level. Me personally, I don't think it's for me. Not in that business anyway. But it's funny, I looked at some other business ideas I jotted down and forgot about the other day. But I really want to really commend you, because I think a lot of people, one, they don't understand that. And two, a lot of people glorify businesses, but they don't talk about the work that goes into it. How, like, it's not like you just in Dubai on a boat looking at all these beautiful things. Unless you just set up like that and super duper profitable. But like when you're getting there, you are everything. You're the president, the secretary, the custodian. You're everything.
Absolutely.
So what would you say was probably the most, what part of your business do you not like being hands-on with the most? Like, which part is you like, ooh, if I could get rid of this and put someone here, yes.
I'm looking for that person. I think It's a two-part. I'm gonna say marketing because I want people to know about Barter Black, and I don't want to focus on that. I try to do it organically because I want
Mhm.
Mhm.
people to see me. But it's also dealing with the the member. and, and I'm going to tell you why. And this is why I'm actually moving out of trying to be so hands on,
Mhm.
because people are like Facebook friends with me and they will just message me instead of going through the channels that you're supposed to go to if you have an
Mhm.
issue.
Yep.
So it's like,
Oof.
I can't always reply to you.
Yeah.
So I need you to go through the process that I created. So that I'm trying to kind of be hands off and give to someone else.
Give them the problems.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Good luck.
absolutely. I know, right?
Good luck.
I'll be damned.
Good luck. Ooh.
Could
Oof.
probably get
Yeah,
some
it's rough.
interns.
Yeah, that too.
Oh. Oh. That's
That
right. Do you
too.
want some interns?
Yeah, of course. I
Okay.
can always use
I
interns.
need to, when we stop recording, remind me to forward you an email because
Okay.
Erica's school, they still email me and ask me if I want interns and stuff like that. And I forward it to my other friends who are business owners. And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, look, my ish was not together when she emailed. Listen, Erica, I literally said, Erica, you could be my intern, but what do they expect from me? And when she told me what they expected, hopefully, never mind, they might be listening. Oh, we'll talk off mic.
Right.
We got it done.
Off the
Don't say,
record.
wait a minute.
We got it done. Nothing illegal or anything like that happened,
Right,
but
right.
we got it done. So if I can do it, and I was like bare bones at the time, yeah. So y'all out there, don't be afraid of opportunities like that. And I mean, as you see, Erica is still with me, very helpful. Learned a
Yeah.
lot from her, and yeah, marketing. Ugh.
And there's a lot of people looking for internships with marketing now.
Well, send them on. Yeah, let's talk
Yeah.
after.
Yes.
Let's get that together.
Okay, so, ooh, this is a good one. So right now, I'm working with my best friend Carl Van. Shout out to you, Carl Van. Shout out to Pass the Peas app. So Pass the Peas is a recipe app we have where you can create collaborative cookbooks and you can upload your recipes with video steps. And I'm helping him with that, my fraternity brother. And right now he's doing a lot of things and he's doing pitch competitions. And so, yeah, the way you said, yeah, and he already don't like being on camera and all that stuff. And I'm like, but I told him, I was like, bro, one thing I would tell you about you is you can feel the authenticity when you talk about the app and the motivation behind it, because he's making it because he remembers his grandmother's biscuits, but unfortunately none of his aunts or uncles knows the recipe and he'll never taste it again. And he had a dream about it. He could smell it and all of that. And he was like, yo, I'll never have that again. Like, I don't want that to happen to everybody else because we got cookbooks. We try to call, like I still call my mom every now and again, try to get recipes, but now you have the app. But anyway, he's talking about these pitch competitions and stuff like that. And I'm just like, man, that has to be nerve wracking. So what did you do to learn how to basically master your pitch, or like what was that process like for you?
Do it. If you would have saw me a year ago, even interviewing, it would have been a disaster, like complete disaster. I think of myself as an introvert, really. Like, I do not like talking to people, but the only way I could get used to it is doing it over and over and over and over again. What I tell myself when I apply, and I still do this, if I get accepted or if I get to the next round, I have no choice but to do it. So apply, and you're just like, oh, they accepted me. Okay, I got to get up here and do it. And then another thing I would say is to look at other pitch competitions. They have national pitch competitions. I just posted one in our Facebook community, $100,000 that they're doing virtually. I'll send that to you so you can see. I want to see how these people are pitching for $100,000 because I haven't made it that far yet. So I'm going to watch how they do it. So Just do it and then watch other people do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just do it. Watch it. Study.
Yeah. But the story you gave, though, I want to say that has to be in his pitch.
It is.
That okay, like imagine that you do not have those recipes. What are you going to like?
Yeah.
Because I was imagining, and I was trying to taste them biscuits in my head. As you were
Right.
speaking, and I'm just like, wait a minute, and we don't have it. Yeah.
Yeah, that cuz like and that's one I personally have never had, I don't think yet, the idea that could truly help other people other than this podcast, just to promote positivity and to give people like you a spotlight to help spread the word. But like when he said it, I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not gimmicky. There's an actual need in there. Like, and I think about it,
Mhm.
I'm from the South, so like my family cooks all kinds of stuff. And red rice is one of my favorite things that we make. And I'm like, yo, I couldn't imagine if for some reason I didn't have the red rice
Right.
recipe or the shrimp salad recipe, my mom's squash casserole recipe. I could go on and on and on and on. And I'm like, this guy's making an easy solution, collaborative cookbook. But that the
Mm.
video steps is the beautiful thing, because now even when that person passes on, you have the
Yeah.
memory of either them in the kitchen giving you those special tidbits, or even y'all doing it together. That's something you will
Right.
always have. You can't get that back, and you can't get that from reading a cookbook. You can't get that from that. And it's,
That's legacy.
yeah,
That that I mean, that's huge. It's
yes.
so huge.
Ericca, tag.
Oh. So I would just want to ask you, like, what has been the most rewarding part of Barter Black?
Oh man. I would say there's so many. Being in rooms that I didn't think that I would be in. Like I said, I feel like I'm an introvert. So when I get around people, I'm like, I'm really standing next to this person. Like this is crazy to
Sound like
me.
me.
Um, you're right. But I think my most rewarding is taking my boys through it. I have a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old, and they know I question them about business. I talk to them about my business decisions. They are in Barter Black.
Thank you so much
even
for
if,
being an
even if
awesome
they,
parent.
yeah, even if they don't, and I'm growing my business, or I'm trying to grow my business where they don't necessarily. Everyone thinks they start a business and their kids wants their business. My kids might
Right.
not want my business, so I have to, of course, talk to them about it. But I also have to set up those processes and those SOPs and those things, and hire people who can do that if I can't. So, and making sure that they know they can do anything that they want. Barter Black is one of those things. Before I even launched Barter Black, I was on. That's when Clubhouse was huge. I was on
Hey.
Clubhouse. I did a pitch on Clubhouse. I was sweating like crazy, and it was on Clubhouse.
I can imagine though. I can
The
still.
room just gets hot, everything.
I'll be damned.
It was a whole mess. But out of that, I got a phone call. Some investor type of person. They wanted to invest in Barter Black before I even did anything, but they wanted 51%. I
Oh.
They
went
wanted
to
your
my
business.
son. They wanted 51%, and I went to my son about it,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Absolutely not."
Yeah. Gave you a Shark Tank deal.
Right? Like, wait a minute. Like, hold on now.
Yeah, 51.
And I'm
What?
just like, and I'm thinking, okay, these are the types of decisions I want him to know about, and I want him to be involved in. So it's always, it's always not us trying to buy our companies.
Yeah.
And but I'm like, this is Barter Black, so it should be for us, by us, and I cannot give that much away in any capacity, especially if it's not Black owned. It just doesn't make
They
any
don't.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some
They
stuff that's out there
try.
like that too, and it's like,
They promised me a lot, but that's one of the things that I think about, and I don't regret it at all. So that's one of the things that I'm most proud of, and that my kids are involved in it all.
Definitely. And then I know that you mentioned always trying to take more and everything. If you give the inch, they try to take the mile. But what were some of the other obstacles that you kind of just went through along the way as you were trying to find the foundation and trying to just go towards that route?
Yeah, so I would say, first of all, I am not a techie. I know things, but I've found myself in the tech space and I'm like, I don't even know how this is even doing. But it's important for you to build relationships and build a community. I think that's one of the mistakes that I made when I started. I was like, okay, people are going to love this. This is amazing. I spent this money on this app being built, blah, blah, blah.
Ooh.
And I'm like, okay, they're not catching on fast enough. Sis, what are you doing? So I think building that community and those network of people, it's been, I launched last year, but I'm finally seeing, it come around to people. So I was just take your time. Don't We quit too soon sometimes, most times.
Yeah.
If we're not making a lot of money fast, then this is not a good idea. And that's the wrong way to go. So I'm gonna rock it out.
Yes. Y'all please thank you so much for, again, just keeping it real. Like, so many people think I start my business, I'll be rich in 6 months. Y'all, like, you're gonna fail at something. Like, some parts of your business are gonna be tough. And like you said, like with the tech thing, I'm not a big tech person, as you can see. I even had the sound right on my podcast. But I do have connections in the tech space and stuff, and I do want to build apps. And you do have to have that mentality of, on the front end, it's a lot of financial equity and sweat equity.
Yeah.
And I might not get the return I'm looking for quite some time, a year or two maybe, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I think the purpose is so important. Like, one thing I had to learn in life, and I told people, and I've pissed a lot of people off with this. I'm like, if I'm not passionate about it, if I'm not genuinely interested on a personal level outside of I'm going to make money from this, I'm not going to do it, because it's not going to keep my interest. Yes, I want to make money and do things. There's a lot of stuff I can go do tomorrow. I can go work on an oil refinery tomorrow in Idaho and make a ton of money. But no, thank you. Like, I want to actually enjoy what I do a majority of the time. So I got to believe in it, and I actually really got to want to do it, because like you said, it's the long haul. Like, y'all really got to take that into consideration. Like, there are some one-offs where people, you'll never truly know, but there's some one-offs where it's like, dang, that happened kind of fast, but you don't know what they did. And like you said, somebody might own 51% in their business, and they're like, yeah, go be the face, go sell this, because all you're doing is helping them anyway.
Yeah, that's so funny you said that, because the investment company was like, we'll hire, because they knew how afraid I was to speak. We'll hire someone to be the face and everything.
Yeah, they know the game.
Doing one of them 360 deals.
Right. But it's hard. It's not easy. I would say, I think our downfall is believing everything we see on social media. These entrepreneurs are struggling.
Yes.
I have filled out some applications, even though I said I would not go back to work. I have definitely filled out some applications, but it's not all what it seems on social media. The struggle is real.
I was definitely going to ask you about that, because I know that on Twitter, especially, people have been talking about that, about like small business owners and entrepreneurs. They've been saying like, we have to go back to 9-to-5 jobs because it's just not coming in when we want to at the time that they expected it. But like you said that you just have to stick to it and trust yourself and pour into yourself, make those connections in that community. Is there like anything else that you might want to give to anyone who's going through that bout right now?
I would say take a look at what you're doing. It has to be a passion. If you're sacrificing so much, it has to be something that you believe in. My thing is long term. If this is just a hobby and you need to go back to work. If this is not something, and I'm not saying don't go back to work. There might be some part-time things you can do. But if this is a passion, a lot of us worry about the now, and we're not thinking about long term and how we set our business up for success long term. So focus on that. Think about what it is and why you're doing this in the first place.
I'm so glad y'all just had the dialogue. It brought me to you just answered a question I forgot to write down, but I will say this from the bottom of my heart, y'all, as someone who has done multiple businesses and has failed, and right now I'm only doing my podcast and I have business ideas. It's okay to have a career, work that career,
Absolutely.
retire, and have a life. Like, everybody is trying to make you feel like you need to be out here doing more, start a business, legacy, blah, blah, blah. It is not for everybody. I'm to the point now where, outside of Pass the Peas and maybe one more business idea, I'm actually to the point where I think I want to build and flesh out business ideas and sell them. Like, hey, you can here's a business idea, have it copywritten or whatever, and then sell it and let someone else do it, because I don't necessarily want to do it, but it's a great idea and I understand what goes into it. Like, I know what it's like when you think it's coming, that big check. I done had, contracts, I done did all the work, and, it's a stain on the wall they want fixed, and it only costs $20, but you done pissed off the seller, so they don't want to do it, and so now you blow the deal up, and I'm like, I gotta eat ramen noodles again for how long? Like, how I'm gonna pay my credit card? Like, that.
It's stressful.
It's very hard to get sleep when you don't know. Like, you legit don't know. And like, yeah, it's so stressful. It's so, because it takes an average of 30 days for a real estate deal to close. So when a deal blows up, you gotta wait at least another month unless you get lucky and find a cash buyer. But y'all, it's really not for the faint of heart, and it is okay. And if you fail, it is okay. Learn from that, and maybe that'll show you, okay, I can do it this way or do it that way. And like you said, I've had to do that even with this podcast. I used to be a relationship podcast before all these other people that are doing it now that talk about the same 6 topics the whole year. That's exactly why I got out of it. We only did like 20 something episodes of it, and I'm like, yo, this is gonna get stale. We gotta pivot. Boom, pivoted. Had multiple co-hosts before. Wasn't working. Didn't quit. I still wanted to do it.
Right.
It's not working. We gotta go in a different direction. Pivoted. Had a different logo before. I was like, this don't represent the show the way I want it to represent. I want to go with a more bolder, more adult look. Had to pivot. So like, those are things you have to do. And I've been doing this. I'm almost 300 episodes in. I've been doing this almost, I can't even remember how long I've been doing this. Over 5 years. So
wow.
Yeah. So it's like, when I see people, and like, even in these groups, what about my listeners? Yo, just be consistent.
Put it out.
Be consistent.
Yeah.
You will be surprised at how many people you'll outpace, and you never know who's listening.
Yeah.
You never ever know who's listening. So I just wanted to put that message out there to y'all. We love y'all, okay? It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
I want to highlight something you said, though, about Pass the Peas, that you're doing it with someone.
Yep.
Like, you came in. A lot of people think they need to start these businesses, and a lot of them hold so tight. Like, I cannot let this go. I don't want to work with anyone else. Like, you can't do that. You have, it's easier if you think about a business idea. It's so great. Think about the perfect partner. Just come up with that, so you're not, even, especially if you do have a full-time job, that person can help you with all the things. Well, I don't know why we stress ourselves out so much trying to do everything in our business. Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, think about a partner, please, before you start anything.
And because, like with Carl, like, that's my friend. I believe in him, and before Pass the Peas, he's already proven himself on a certain level when it comes to business. Like, I know that if he wants to do a business, he dead ass serious. Like, I know this because I've seen him do other things, and I've seen how he does business. But also, I'm not asking for any money or anything. I genuinely believe in it, and I understand how hard it is to start up. And he's even said to me, sorry, Carl, I ain't supposed to say this. Yo, we got this coming in, or we're doing this, and I got to figure out how to pay you. I said, no. I said, I'll get mine in the end. I said, put that money towards marketing, put that money towards advertising, put that money towards the stuff that's gonna blow this thing out of the water. I'll be fine. I got a job. I'm good. And I'm not doing so much that it's taken away from anything that I'm really doing. And I understand that. So it goes back to the long haul. You can't always expect, you know, something extrinsic all the time. Sometimes it's intrinsic. It feels good. I believe in an app, and I'm not worried about the money. I know it's going to be successful. My time will come. So I'm like, let's put our effort and energy, just like he's doing. Put the effort, energy, and money into the stuff that's going to help us grow. Don't worry about paying me. And that part is hard to find. And you know, the other thing, sometimes it's ego. People want to be the boss.
Yeah.
Boss. I'm a boss. What is that like?
That's why it's gonna stay a hobby.
Hold up.
That's why.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
That is exactly why. I'm going to highlight something that you have done. Starting a business, y'all, is not always cheap.
No.
You have saved over $26,000 through bartering. I want y'all to really let that settle in or sink in. Saving $26,000 because you bartered instead of spending your money. That's reason enough alone for y'all to hop on Barter Black. I mean, the money you can save, and you're getting something out of it. You're still getting the help that you need. You're just like, oh, you're not good at that? You can't do this? Huh? Let me handle that for you. Oh, come do this over here. And y'all are helping each other grow. $26,000. You know what I can do with $26,000? You know what you can do with $26,000 that you can put into your business? I mean, how do you keep track of that? Like, when did you realize, oh shoot, like $26,000?
So when you barter, you do have to keep track of that.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, we talking real business people here, right?
Yes.
So it's so crazy because in our community, I teach that there are four pillars to a successful barter. One is budget. And like you said, how do I keep track, or, you know, how do you save that much? You have to know what your budget is in business. And a lot of us don't work off a budget. So it's hard for you to say, oh, I need to save money here if you don't know what you're spending or you know what you need to spend. So that's why budget is number one. Two is community. You can't just barter with anyone. We know that. Yeah. Some people think that means free. No, it means mutually beneficial to you both. So that's why I built a community that appreciates the art of bartering. Three is your offer. A lot of people don't go in it with the offer. Some people don't know if you have a coaching program that you charge $5,000 for. When you barter, you're supposed to barter for the value. So the value may be $7,000. You're just discounting it $2,000. So you have to know what you're offering in bartering. And the last one is the most important. Is that agreement? I don't barter without an agreement.
You better do some business. You better do some business.
Paper trail.
We need to make sure we know what you get, what I get. There's no ifs, ands. There's no blurred lines. There's none of that. You have to have an agreement.
Hold on, y'all. My eyes a little misty. Go ahead. Oh.
So that's all of that. That's how you keep track.
That is business.
With all of that, yeah.
You said budget. You had me in budget. And then
community.
The agreement.
Yeah. Your offer and then the agreement. You have to have an agreement.
Y'all out there, y'all scared of some paperwork, and I don't.
Everything under the table.
Because when when I used to DJ and I would send people a contract, we don't need to do. Yeah, we do. Because when your drunk Uncle Bob dances over here and knocks over my $500 speaker, you're gonna pay for it.
That part.
You know, when I show up and you want me to stay an extra hour or 2 hours, you're gonna pay for it.
Because you agreed to it.
Right. And I'm going to show up when I say I'm going to show up, and I'm going to play what you said you wanted me to play because you agreed to it. Not when I get there, you know what? I want you to play 60s music instead of 90s. No. We locking this in legally. Yes. And it's not, for me, it's not difficult. Y'all, like, we have the benefit of technology. Like, there are websites like LegalZoom where there's a library of documents where literally you can change a couple words and just put your name and put their name, and it's done, and it's good. And like you said, it helps you keep track. So when you go back and reevaluate your business, look at who you did business with. Dang, I did great business with them. Maybe I need to call them back. Like things like that. But
yeah, I had someone the other day. I'm helping someone out, and I sent him an agreement. It's virtually, easy.
Yep.
He paid the invoice and sent me a text message with the emoji handshake, whatever is in the agreement. That's what it
Hold
is.
up, where my?
I'll be down.
I'll be business.
I'll be down.
With the emoji, and like I agree to it. No, sir. No. Sign the agreement. I'm not doing anything. I cannot.
Your Honor,
Like,
Your Honor, I have
minute.
a text message with the handshake emoji saying I agree to it. The
Right.
judge will kick you out of the courtroom, y'all.
Like, ma'am, no.
So you're just gonna ignore my whole email and
I'll say, yeah, I will not start until the agreement is signed. So, you can do it whenever, no rush. But I'm not doing anything.
I'm ignorant. I text back invalid. Invalid.
Sorry, system's down. Try again later.
Believe that. Like people.
Yo,
And this was a pain. This was someone who was paying me. No, we can't do that.
Oh my gosh, I only got one more question for you, Ericca. It's on you. You let me know when you're done after this one. But
I don't have any other questions.
Sorry. That was anticlimactical. So you pitched to Pharrell Williams and Bishop T.D. Jakes. What was that like? Like, give us one of those stories.
Oh my goodness.
Because those
I bombed the one with Bishop T.D. Jakes. Completely bombed. But it was because every time, so he has a international leadership summit every year. And this one was in Florida this year. So I have submitted my pitch. I'm like, okay, we'll see if I get in. If I get in, I was already going. So I was one of the finalists. I think there were 6 finalists. And I was like, okay, great. This is going to be good. But what I didn't realize, and I tell a lot of people this when they are pitching too, is you have to pitch in different settings. Every pitch that I've done has been either like this or in front of people with PowerPoint or something like that. With Bishop T.D. Jakes, we had the camera crews and everything really didn't bother me.
Yeah.
But it was the setting. He was sitting on a couch across from. I was sitting on the couch across from him, coffee table in the middle, and it was just like we was and I just did not.
That's intimidating.
Yeah.
Bishop, you ain't right for that, bruh. Bishop, you ain't right for that. You ain't right for that, bruh. Come on, man. You.
That's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, where's my PowerPoint?
Go to slide 5. There's no slides behind you, sister. Come on, yo.
It was him and 2 other people just sitting on the other couch, and it was an amazing experience. Pitching to someone like that. I had a great time. But yeah, it's pitch in different settings if you are deciding to pitch. So, that's my tip.
What about Pharrell?
Pharrell actually, it was a pull up and pitch. He did the Something in the Water festival here in DC. So we had the pitch to. There were judges, and I think there were 7 finalists. I was one of the finalists, and they surprised us. They said, "Okay, we're about to do another round, and you got 20 seconds to pitch to Pharrell." And I was like, "What?"
You know, I don't like this, but I get it, because if you know your business and you're passionate and you're confident, I assume no matter who's in front of you, you should be able to talk about your business.
Yeah, you should be able to talk about your business.
But I need a couple shots first, but go ahead.
Because none of us knew he was going to be there. We just thought we were just doing a regular event, and I swear he came. I don't know where he came from. He came out of nowhere.
He's a vampire. So
and was standing there, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So we had 20 seconds to pitch to him. That was cameras, lights, actually everything too. And that I kind of tuned that out. And actually, I wasn't even nervous pitching to him because it was 20 seconds. But it's the set. It was the setting for me with Bishop TDJ.
Yeah. That definitely was something straight out of like a movie.
Yeah. Like, okay, I mean, he had the people coming in fixing his clothes, and I'm like, well, what about me? Leaving me hanging. Can I get a touch up?
Oy. Wow.
But it was good. It was good.
I commend you for being so prepared and just stepping out there. And that's another thing, y'all might have missed it because, you know, Nicole didn't say it directly. She put in the effort to go to these competitions and prepare. That's time, effort, energy, money. Like, that's the other thing. Like, you have to go out there and seek opportunities. Like, I think a lot of people miss that and don't really think about that. Like, even when I was in real estate, like, I had to take master classes so I could get better at things. It wasn't just, oh, I'm in the business, I got this. Like, no, you have to, it's just like going to college. It's like, okay, you find out things you're not good at. So it's like, all right, either, like we were talking about earlier, I'm going to outsource and have someone else do it, or I got to go learn how to do it. That's time. Yeah. And while you learning, you can't run your business at the same time.
Yeah, you're losing money.
Get me heartburn. Wait a minute. That is the right way to put it. You're losing money.
While you learning.
Nicole, I don't have any other questions for you. If we missed anything important about Barter Black, please, the floor is yours. Is there anything you want to tell them specifically about the platform? Is there anything else, another part of the discussion we didn't have you want to have? This is the time.
So I wanted two things.
Yes.
First, you mentioned Rap Snacks. I want to tell you the story about Rap Snacks.
Delicious.
I got the interview on Rap Snaps through a barter.
So
I had an event last year. I bartered with a company that does interpreter services for my event. Had no idea that this person was connected to Rap Snaps. After the event, we had such a great bartering experience that she messaged me and was like, hey, Rap Snaps is doing there's interviewing Black-owned businesses every Monday. Would you want to be a part of that? Absolutely.
Absolutely. I want some chips.
You don't have to tell me. You don't have to ask me that. And she said, okay, my brother is the person who is working for Rap Snacks. Yes. So there are so many things that can come out of you bartering and you building that relationship with people. Like you said, it's not all about the check all the time. It's about building those relationships and networking. And lastly, you can connect with me on Barter Black at all social media, or barterblack.io is our new platform. You can go online and sign up for your membership. I would love to see you in there.
Yes. All of the links and descriptions will, what did I just say? I just said it backwards. All of the links will be in the description. Will be in the description, and you'll be featured on our website, so people will see you. They'll get a little blurb about you, and then all of your links will also be on our website. Y'all, this is why we do this. Cute exit music, close out thoughtful music. This is why we do this, y'all. You know, we want to promote positivity. We want to give you resources, and we just want y'all to think about life differently. This is actually very helpful for me. I'm gonna have to hop on the platform because there's some things I want to do to help elevate this podcast to the next level, and that takes time, effort, energy, and financial investment. So I got to do that. Thank you for just taking that leap of faith after your trash supervisor fired you. And now you have Barter Black, and you're doing something that's meaningful, that's helpful for the community, and you're bringing back something that needs to just be done more amongst us, and that's bartering, man. Like, we can really help each other out, like the sweat equity. Like, that's literally what a job is, y'all. Like, you're doing a service when you go to work and they're just giving you money for it. That's still a form of bartering if you think about it. So instead of the money, provide them with the service, they provide you with the service. But we love y'all. Take care of yourselves physically, mentally, financially, and we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.